Hey, welcome aboard. All right, we're gonna do an unboxing here. All right, let me breathe. Take a deep breath here. This is a comic book unboxing. I was hoping to do this under better circumstances. As you can see here, I've covered the address, the receiver's address, which is obviously me, and the sender's address, as I think the artist would have preferred that I do that. Just sort of, just being respectful and all. All right, folks. So this is the United States Postal Service, USPS. We care. Don't you love receiving your mail and then all of a sudden you get your mail, or it could have been artwork, it could have been something else, sent to you in one of these precious bags. Let's read it together. Dear postal customer, we sincerely regret the damage to your mail during handling by the Postal Service. We hope this incident did not inconvenience you. We realize that your mail is important to you and that you have every right to expect it to be delivered in good condition. No kidding. All right, I'm ad-libbing there, but let's move on. Although every effort is made to prevent damage in the mail or to the mail, occasionally this will occur because of the great volume handled and the rapid processing methods which must be employed to assure the most expeditious distribution possible. We hope you understand. We assure you that we are constantly striving to improve our processing methods in order that even a rare occurrence may be eliminated. Please accept our apology. Sincerely, your postmaster. Not the postmaster general, just the postmaster. Two different things last time I checked. All right, folks. So, needless to say, this was a blank sketch cover that I had ordered, commissioned, paid for, and well, it was already done, if I remember correctly, and I paid for it. Needless to say, the gentleman I dealt with, this just seems to be a legit individual, so no harsh words for him. I did already contact him. He says he had wrapped this end of it with green tape. As we can all see here, there is no green tape. The green tape is completely gone. Whatever happened to it, we don't know. There is the possibility that the comic book arrived in one piece. If it did, then hey, much the better. Where you're all going to get, a good, a nice little video here of this unboxing. Sorry for the shake, but I'm using my neck brace here for the camera. All right, so apparently this piece of tape here was done by them. You can tell that how flimsy this tape is. It was done at the post office. Whether it was, this comes from the East Coast. It's not necessarily doesn't have to be a secret. New York, upstate New York to be precise, but addresses and all that, we'll keep that confidential. But needless to say, let me see what it says here. Let me keep this off camera for a second. Okay, I got it. I know exactly what that is since I started out on the East Coast once upon a time. That's another story for another time and another video and another unboxing. All right, so here we are. Let's take this tape away. And you notice how this piece here, let me just pull this up this way. All right, so luckily the artist who sent me this said that it was between two boards, and of course he used the green painter's tape, which is what this is, on the inside, which is fantastic. So kudos to you, brother, if you're seeing this. And then on the outside itself, if there was any here, it's gone. Like, I don't know if he meant that he used some here. It seems like, let me see. There might have been some here, but no, that's just a rip. All right, let me pull this back this way. All right, so it was basically open. This this tape was not holding it together by much. It was only this wonderful bag that we have from the USPS. And I've dealt with the USPS before in the selling and buying of my comics. So I've done it before for years through my own online shop. And let me see if there's anything here that I do not need to show. Oh, wait a minute, folks. Hold on. All right, here we go. We're going to do this. Like I always say, this is one of my guerrilla unboxings. Okay, there's a note here. Whoa, and it's not a note from the artist, which would have been cool, but he and I have already contacted each other, so we're good. It is from our dear friends at the USPS, San Francisco Bulk Mail Center. We sincerely regret the damage to your mail during handling of the postal service. We realize how important it's the same thing. I don't know why I'm not gonna read all that to y'all. All right. Plant manager. Again, we regret any inconvenience caused. It's too late for all that, but that's okay. All right, I'm going to upload this video pretty soon so everybody can take a look. Again, all due respect to anybody who sees this who is a mail carrier for the United States Postal Service. We need the service. We love the service. It's done great by me. I think out of 100% shipping that I've ever done, maybe less than 1% I ever had any problems with that was caused by somebody at a plant, whether it was dropped, something ripped, something opened intentionally. Unintentionally. Let's not even talk about that other aspect of what gets open and why, because it's not all legitimately just unintentionally. All right, let's take a look at this because this is what you're here for. At least I would be if I was watching this video. So here's the edge of the comic book. We don't want to damage that, so let's go ahead. Oh my goodness, yeah. I think it's okay if I show his. Let me tape that up too because, hey, all right, he's doing a. Sorry, folks, but I didn't confirm that I should be able to show his name, and we are gonna do that. All right, so here it is. So his name was there, mine as well, but you already know mine's Manny, so it's not an issue for me. But again, I want to be respectful to this artist. If it's okay with him, if this arrived okay, and he can reassure me that the next shipment will actually arrive and be bundled up tighter than a drum in the post office that he goes to in New York. It's so ironic because I had a similar situation in New York. If he doesn't know it, he'll know it now when he watches this video. I've got a good friend of mine who's a comic book artist who also shall remain nameless. He's up in the city. He's actually in the Bronx, but that's another story. So he shipped me stuff. I've shipped him stuff, and of course, there was this is months ago, maybe almost a year ago. There was problems from his end. He wasn't the only one though. I had another problem with someone at a Pennsylvania post office where I had mailed stuff, and it got routed from Pittsburgh to Philadelphia or something, and it didn't arrive. The person who had bought the goods from me was like, "Yo, where's the package?" I was like, "I have nothing to do with it. I've already given you the tracking number," and so forth. If my voice sounds a little off, sorry about that. It's my allergies again. The weather out here in the West is overcast and cold. All right, let's see. Let me do this here. I think I'm gonna need maybe next time I'll ask the artist to just kind of create a wedge. A tab, little tab like I do with mine. I use this one, the blue painter's tape. Actually, I just like it better. I think it you can unpull it and pull it back into place a lot better than the green one. The green one is almost like for life. Once you attach it to something, you're gonna pull some of that, something else with it. But hey, I'm not complaining. The gentleman who sent me this is a fine gent, and he really wrapped it tightly and well. So I'm not complaining about that. I'm just talking about the different types of tapes that are available. Just to kind of give you all your time's worth. I hope you enjoy this, and hopefully take something away from all this, which is when you're mailing comic books or collectible items, please package this, like to survive an atomic blast. And never, ever, ever. I've said this in other videos before. Some of you may not be aware of it. Okay, sorry about the camera tilt again. But if you're not aware of it, that's okay. It's like, if you haven't seen those videos, that's because I haven't posted them yet. Who said that? Oh, well, somebody inside my head on the left side or the right side of my brain. But yeah, okay, I want to do the presentation here, right? Okay, hold on. Let me take this off camera, and then I'll bring it into view. You're all not going to believe this. All right, this gentleman is fantastic. He was so kind to actually not only draw this and pencil this and ink this, but I think it was just a nice honor that he sold it to me. He charged a fair price. And again, that's another thing. I'm an artist myself, so this idea of like selling some of these covers, I know it depends on how famous the artist is, but a lot of that is a whole lot of hoopla to do about nothing. If you're just drawing a head sketch and you want to charge me $300 or $400, you're kidding yourself. I'm never going to pay that for, a head sketch. I don't ever charge anybody when I draw or do a commission for somebody that, several $100s or whatever it is for, some insy bitsy remark of some character's head, and then call that like art. It's like, come on, stop it. You're messing around with fans and the people that are putting money in your pocket. Give them the money's worth. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that this board piece, you got a glimpse of it. All right, now, hold on before we bring it into view. I'm going to talk to him, see if we can get some better boards. These are cheap because they're free, but you can get them pre-cut, and it would just be actually about the same depth, the same thickness. I got some comics on the side there, but that's another story. All right, folks, presenting. I should take this because of the reflection out of the comic book bag. It's on a comic book board, and that way you all get to see this. I didn't even know I was going to film this video tonight. It's Friday night. I've got other things to take care of, and I don't necessarily mean partying, but all right. And you'll see, he signed it on the front and back. I love it. Per my request. I believe that, I just want to give homage and honor to any other artist whose works I purchase. All right, here we go. Presenting to the City of Bane, Batman number 75. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're all thinking. Wait a minute. That looks like it was pre-printed. Yep, it does, but it's not. You can even tell here the smudge of the ink, whether it was his finger or, no, it's not mine, but, working on it, which is fine. I really don't care if this comes back a 9.8, a 9.7, a 4.9. It's like, whatever. It's not even an issue for me. I didn't buy this with the idea that, I could have it graded, but that it's going to be the highest grade on the planet. I'm going to let CGC or CBCS, which is probably where this might be. Well, we'll see where. Probably it's going to CBCS. There's been, contrary to a retailer friend or acquainted friend that I know, there's just been way too much drama going on over there at CGC, and that's just my 2 cents on that. To each their own. I know retailers have invested money into a lot of slabs and so forth. As you can all tell, this is the original City of Bane. It's the first print, I guess. Number 75 was $4.99 cover price. All good in the neighborhood there. You could tell that he worked on it here. There's a little splash of ink, doing his thing as an artist, which is what we all do. Let me open it. Okay, we're going to spread this out so you all get a better view. Watch this. Woo! Dr. Gonzo. He goes by that handle. We're just going to refer to him as that. All right. Look at what Mr. Gonzo did for me. The doc is in the house. Whoo! Lord, Lord, Lord. All right. Now you're all wondering why this particular comic book, right? If I'm not worried about its, what it's going to grade at. Let me get this tape away from this comic book. You see this messed up container that they jacked up at the post office? We're going to toss that over there. Get rid of that darn thing. All right, hold on. We're going to leave this. We're going to turn that upside down so that none of those names show. Whoop. Hold on, folks. We want to take care of this, though. I do like to take care of what I have. I can't just go out there and buy things constantly. All right, so here we go. This is the thing that attracted me to this. Also, I like to make a general statement herein. On Facebook, which is where we originally met, there are dozens, hundreds of artists that are doing comic book covers, blank covers. So this is nothing new. We all know that. I'm not here to put anyone up or down. I can only stipulate or state what I like and why I purchased it in particular. Hopefully you're all here with me still. If you stayed this long, I just want to let you know this was penciled. And like I said, I'm an artist myself. I pencil and draw comics and whatever else comes to mind. And as you can tell, this was lushly inked, probably with some pen and some brush work, which is just beautiful, just fine with me. One of the things that attracted me to this in the first place, of course, it's a Batman. It's a well-known character. Yes, I'm a Batman fan, but it wasn't just the musculature. I think a lot of people sort of fixate upon that, or with artists such as Dr. Gonzo over here. It's not that. It actually was the fact that I think I mentioned this to him already when we were emailing each other or texting each other, which is, if you look closely, he didn't want to put a background on this, and I had kind of mentioned it to him, and like he should try doing backgrounds as well for some other stuff that he, other comic book covers that he'll be working on or that he's currently working on. And he said he would, but he'll let me know when those come up, and I'll be able to get a view of them. But this one in particular, folks, Let me see if I can do this better. I don't want to be filming the messy room that I'm in because nobody wants to see that. But look at this. Look at this. All right. So the Stark, I'm a big fan of black and white. Yes, I love color. I don't want to get into this discussion about color versus black and white. It's all beautiful. It's all good. But if you see what he created here, there's this juxtaposition of the characters, obviously good and evil. There's obviously the throwback and the appearances, especially of Bane back to the movie with what's our main Christian Bale. Did I pronounce it? Yeah, I think it was Christian Bale who did the three movies. We know I love the movies myself, but that was just me. Some people didn't like it as much, but hey, to each their own. So it brought that feel to me when I first laid my eyes on it. I just this I knew had to come with me. It just belonged with me. I'll take great care of it. Eventually, I'll pass it on to someone, whether I sell it or just give it away. I've been known to do that. Future hints for the channel to do giveaways, but this is staying with me for quite a while. Man, I want to thank I want to thank Dr. Gonzo. I'm stepping over my words because I'm trying to look at this beautiful cover. Okay, so here's another thing that I just thought of. And again, this is an impromptu unboxing, so there's no pre-scripting. I didn't have time to even write my notes that I normally do. I write notes about my case, about my the video that I'm about to shoot. So here's the thing. Not only is there a juxtaposition that works, the balance of there's a symmetry to the characters, and obviously to the musculature, the way he renders that. Um, but there really is like this is what attracted me to it in the first place. I think that I told the doc that I really like to go. Oh, I only buy these covers if they call to me. And usually, when an artist, this is something that I like to do with my art. I really focus on just working on not only depth and perception, but also backgrounds. So that's a big issue for me. Um, Issue in the sense that I love them. I mean, there's okay to do pinups and it's okay to do cheesecake art with the chicks and the women and guys that love that, and some women love that too. That's all great. But it gets boring after a while, and it just takes the winds out of my sails when I see somebody just draw one character standing there doing nothing. It's like this is comics, folks. This is supposed to be creative art. These are. Let me flip this back to where it needs to be seen. Look at that. You didn't have to like uh, Tom King's writing. I was on the fence with that. I haven't even read this issue to tell you the truth. This is the artwork on the inside. Beautiful art was done by none other than Tony Daniel. If I pronounce that Spanish name correctly, yeah, it's Tony Daniel. Look at that. Look at that Joker. Now I'm looking at this, and I love Tony Daniel's work. All right. So knowing that he had done the issue, that goes back. I'm going to backtrack to why it is that this is just like sort of like a one man's view about like, hey, what prompted me to pick or choose one artist to actually work on the blank cover in the first place. And again, all due credit to the interior artwork that was paid for by DC Comics, obviously to Tony Daniel, and I should give credit where it's due. I think that would only be fair. I mean, I prefer to get credit when I do my work, even if I didn't get paid by some company or some individual. That's another story for another time. Here we go. Tom King was the writer. Tony Daniel was the artist. Moray was, I believe, the inker, unless he inked it, and I think Moray did the colors. Maybe he did the inks. I can't find the exact credits here. Maybe it's in the back. Let's go search. Let's go search this up together real quick. Not to keep you all for too long. Thank you if you're with me. Whoever. Wait a minute. This is and Mitch Gerard's also had a couple of pages here. Obviously towards the end. I think these are it. Yep. Oh yeah. This was a. You see, I'm handling it as best as I can, but I'm not being paranoid about this, folks, because this here we go. City of Bane Part 1, Tom King writer. Let's get a little close up there, shall we? Tony S. Daniel and Mitch Gerard were the artists. Tomo Moray and Mitch Gerard did the coloring. That's what it was. So in this case, Tony Daniel actually did ink his own work. And Tomo, I hope I pronounced that correctly, came in with Mitch Gerard and did the coloring. Clayton Cowles killed it on letters. Daniel and Moray did the cover, of course. And Gabriel Del Otto did a variant cover, which I think I've seen once. Rob Levin was the associate editor. James S. Rich, editor. He used to work for Ani Press once upon a time. Batman created by our famous friends Bob Kane and Bill Finger, who's finally getting the recognition that he deserves. City of Bane continues. I think it ended in 77 or 78. 77 was the issue where, of course, our trusted and favorite butler, Alfred, is killed. Couldn't believe that he did that. But, well, there goes. I gave it away, folks. Sorry. Spoiler for anyone who hasn't read Batman number 77, which I doubt are very few out there. Tony Daniel, there we go. Look at that. Beautiful. So all of this being what it is, I remember the cover. I remember the artwork on the inside. So I would like, if I'm going to spend hard-earned money on a cover artist who's going to do the blank sketch cover, you know what? It has to be like the doc. It has to be, let me back up. Sorry, folks, for the extreme close-up. There we go. It has to be that good. If it's not that good, I'm not getting it. I'm not getting. We've all started somewhere. I've been drawing for years, probably 30 or 40 years, whatever it's been now, since I was a kid. I'm not, an expert on anything, only what I do. And again, I don't claim to be better or worse than anyone else. I just do what I do. Some people have liked it over the years. Hopefully, I'll continue that stretch of you know good works. And there's some folks out there that are just starting up. Maybe they're younger folks. I'm not. I'm older. And they're starting to draw and practicing and so forth. I believe that the doc and I had talked by text, I believe, and I don't know how long he's been drawing, but he's got something going on here that's just right, y'all. Um, Again, the positioning of the characters is key. I'm gonna get, and yes, I didn't forget what I was gonna say. What is now like 10, 15 minutes ago. What I wanted to get to is that this entire setup that he created here, to me, this guy spoke of what word? Storytelling. I love storytelling. I love it when people draw something. And now this could have been done one sided. Yeah. I usually do not like to buy from other artists who draw on the blank sketch covers when they only use one side. I know that that's the thing to do in air quotes at the conventions and the shows and all of that good stuff. It doesn't work for me. I understand that there's a brevity of time. They have to, again, they can't take too long on one commission because they've got someone else waiting in line or someone that already put the money down and they went somewhere else in the show. I just got through doing what is it, Fan Expo in San Francisco, 2024. It was 3 great days. I've got some video for that, so you all make sure you come around and take a look when I upload the videos on it. It should be coming up, I think, probably this weekend, maybe early next week. I'll be uploading those videos. Needless to say, this right here is key for me. It tells a story. Like, that's the bottom line. And there's a lot of artists, like I said, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, that are fantastic themselves. I'm not really sort of readily impressed with just drawing one picture or taking the backside. I've seen an artist draw on the backside only, left this blank. Why? I don't know, since the title's over here. Then I've seen artists that draw over here, nothing over here. All this real estate is left alone. Why? Like, if you've got the real estate, use it. Again, it's not only the economy of using the space that's allotted to you. This is almost a full-size board, almost an 11 by 17 board. It takes another one of these to make 11 by 17. So you got half of a drawing board of your typical drawing board for American comics. Do something with it. Go to town on it. If you're drawing and it's the love of your heart, if this is what you want to do, this is how you express yourself, like I do. Yo, I also write, but that's besides the point. That's another video for another time. We're talking about art. We're talking about drawing. We're talking about comic book art type style art. I like to say comic book type art or comic book style art. This is fantastic. As you can all tell, let me do one last close up. I'm not gonna do the close up. I'm just gonna bring it close to the camera. Let's see if keep it in focus. See the details? I like that. I can see the pen strokes. And that's beautiful. That's how it should be on a cover like this. Again, there's some smudging over here from the use. So that's how it should be. And again, for those who are highly paranoid about this stuff and want a sketch cover that was done by an artist at a convention or a show, or mailed to you like this was to me, is not going to arrive at a 9.8. That's just not a thing. If you think that it is great, hopefully CGC will think so too. Air quotes again, or CBCS if they get a hold of it. I couldn't care any less. But I'm going to probably have this definitely graded and encapsulated, because at the end of the day, once it's put up, it'll be this way. I'll be able to flip that casing and see it this way as well. Could I leave it like this? Sure. But if I keep it in this bag, hold on, or I should say where's the comic book bag? It's here somewhere. It doesn't matter. You all have done this long enough, and I'm sure anybody watching this, I should say, anybody. I don't even know that anybody's watching this at all. Um, would put this into their bag and board as it should be protected, but you'd only get to see one side of it. Even if I flip it every couple of months or every couple of weeks, you only get to see Bane. So my goal is to get this graded and just or logged in as art. Graded is fine though. Beautiful. All right, folks. Wow. Man. Anyways, if you like this unboxing and you think this is something you want to see more of, instead of just your average everyday, I don't have one on hand to the sides here, but if you don't want to just see CVCS or CGC or PGX, in other words, the plastic slabs, let me know. I appreciate it if somebody would drop it in the comments and let me know if this is something I'd be interested to look at. Maybe you're going to work, coming from work, you're going on a break, you've got 5 minutes, you can watch a portion of this video, catch the rest of it later after you leave work. Maybe you're off for the day. Maybe it's your day off. It's a Wednesday or a Tuesday, or maybe you get your weekends off, and there you go. You can just see this, take a look at this video, and enjoy the artwork presented here while you're having your breakfast, tea, coffee, milk, whatever it is you prefer to chug down with your bowl of shredded wheat or Cocoa Puffs, whatever it is. Beautiful artwork. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful. I think, yeah. All right, folks. That's it for me. I know I got to wrap this up. This is longer than I expected, but I wanted to take a little bit of time just to give honor and respect to this artist. Again, like I said, I don't have, and I don't want to mention names. He autographs it as Dr. Gonzo. Hopefully, when I send this into CBCS, this is not going to be a problem. I'll have his full first and last name, so they can put that on the top of the slab. This is going to look beautiful on a wall, my wall in particular. All right, if you like these videos and you want to see more of them, please leave a comment in the section. Leave me a comment in the comment section. If you like this video, please, by all means, give it a thumbs up. And if at any point you like what you see, then by all means, subscribe and hit the bell for notification. And I will see you all on the next unboxing of, it could be a slab, it could be a raw comic book, but more likely than not, sooner than later, it will be a blank comic book cover that was beautifully drawn and inked and sent to me. All right, folks, take care of yourselves and each other. I wish you all the best in all that you do, bright moments. And on that note, I'll see you all on the next one.